Ah, there you are. I've been waiting. It may be a bit sudden, but I hoped we could test each other's mettle. I hoped you might pass by this way, so I settled down for a bit. I haven't been waiting long, though. So, will you take up my challenge? I won't take no for an answer. Wait! You're like a blur. Well, how about this? I'm sorry. Have mercy. I'll get you next time. You must have undergone some intense training to be able to fight like that, huh? And here I thought you a mere sellsword. Well, you certainly put me in my place. And now see why my father insisted I fight you. But I'm forgetting my manners. I'm Ling Tong, son of Ling Cao, a vassal of Lord Sun Tzu. You have heard of me? You know my father, at least. Now, I suppose you're wondering why I'm here. The other day, my father and I rode out to hunt for bandits, and I admit, I became rather carried away. Yet, I refused to admit any mistakes, and kept talking back to my father. He didn't even scold me for my arrogance. Instead, he told me that I was just a fledgling without sharp talons or keen eyes necessary to truly see the battlefield. Then he said that only once I had both would I come to understand just how little I knew before. Well, he was right, of course. I understand that well enough now. At the very least, I'm not a stubborn fledgling anymore. But I'm grateful we've had this talk. I suppose I'd better go apologize to Father. Until next time. I promise not to bore you with my troubles when we next meet. Oh, it's you. I'm perfectly fine, before you ask. Well, I answered anyway, just in case. After what happened to Father, and then letting that bastard Gan Ning get away. Everyone just keeps telling me to rest and mourn, but it's not like I can gain any sense of closure after everything that happened. What makes it worse is that I could have stopped it, had I been stronger. I mean, if I had your gift for reading the flow of battle, then, please, I have to ask before things get any worse. Will you train me? My father respected you. I know you can help me better myself. No preamble, huh? But I was hoping you'd say something like that. I'd love to get started right away, but I need to say one thing before we do. It is truly a great relief that you are here with me now. I've come to rely on you more than I had first thought. I hope you'll stay with me. And then perhaps this little fledgling will manage to drag himself out of the mud. Somehow I feel that with you beside me, it isn't so far-fetched that one day I will take flight. You refuse to fight me? Despite how you look, you're just a coward.
Quit squawking. A fledgling out for blood is still just a fledgling. You're no threat to me. Think about it from my point of view. You could get seriously hurt, and then what would happen?
What? You just assume you'll be able to beat me? Well, I'll show you.
That's enough. You can't train and argue at the same time. Gan Ning, you come with me before someone really does get hurt. Perfect timing. Look after Ling Tong for me, would you?
Hey! I don't need...
Come on, let's go.
He's a fool. He doesn't realize that you just saved his skin.
So, why are you here? Why can't you ever let me stew in my own misery? I trained with you, at my father's behest. Yet this fledgling is no closer to leaving the nest. Whenever I see him, I can't help but consider ending him with some accidental slip of my hand during training. Not to mention, I had grossly underestimated his abilities. Admit it, even you must have grown weary at that stunt I pulled. You do? But how can you, without experiencing what I have? Well, you always have had a capacity for empathy. In any case, would you be willing to beat me into shape, remake me from the ground up? First, I need to establish myself among the others in Ooh. I feel it's better to start there than let that bastard distract me. And if I ever get the urge to pick a fight with him again, now I know that I can talk things over with you instead. The fledgling learns to fly in the shadows of his forebearers. Can I count on you to look after me? Until I am strong enough to leave the nest?